Welcome back, everyone, to the Graveyard Shift for 2 Days Talk Horror. I'm your host, Hayden, and today I'm here with my co-host, Graham.
Hello, everyone. So we
Squeaky chair.
just recorded a video of a short story from Hayden's experience. I kind of shared some of mine, and
I think I've shared more than one,
yeah, you shared like three or four.
like four, but they were three of them were very short.
Yeah,
One was the main one.
yeah. So those are short horror story that I found on TikTok one day. It goes by two names. It goes by either the 11 Mile Ritual or the 11 Mile Drive.
And that's Ritual.
Ritual.
Yeah, see, this is why I said it, because you were going to do that.
Um, so I'm gonna. You've never heard this before.
No, I haven't,
Okay.
because I don't even know what you were talking about when you were describing them.
And I haven't really described anything. The only thing he knows it's called the 11 Mile Drive.
Yeah, that's what you said.
So I'm gonna read off on. I took notes on another video. I don't remember who. I think it was Creepypasta level. On one of his videos, and I'm just gonna kind of read it to you, and you're gonna give me your thoughts
Okay.
because I think this is a very interesting horror story. Um, that one share.
You know we're just doing so many videos I wanted to edit.
You don't have to edit them all out.
I'm not going to edit them all at once. It's just the ones that I do edit.
Yeah. So something that you truly desire, something that you would go to the end of the road to get. Well, there's a way for you to achieve it. Luckily, you don't have to go to the end of the road, but you have to go somewhere not far from it. There are requirements that some may not meet. Whatever it is that you seek, you must truly desire. If you begin the journey without the right state of mind, you'll surely fail. As in, it is impossible to stop it.
I'm listening.
As it is impossible for you to turn back once you begin. The second is that you'll need a vehicle. Any will do, but a car will be the most comfortable, due to the conditions of the road. Make sure it's completely fueled before you begin. The first task is to find the road. It doesn't have a name, nor is it on any map. The road technically doesn't exist. It will only show up if you're looking for it. You'll only spot it if you know what you're looking for. Finally, you must be alone. It must be at nighttime, where you believe the roads are the least populated. You'll know you found the road if you see something you're seeking. So if it's love, you may see rose petals. If it's wealth, you may see like shimmers on
Okay.
the branches. Then once you turn down, you will. Then once I can't even read. Then you will turn down the road that you just found. Take a deep breath and turn. Okay, apparently I messed up.
I was
This was like at 8 o'clock at night when I was typing this, so but it's officially begun. You are on the nameless road, which will bring you 11 miles, leading you to wherever you seek. Each mile will test your desire and expose if you really want what you are searching for. Before you go any further,
I'm just making sure Mike's on.
yes.
Yeah, man. I can't see that your light's on, but I can see my lights on. Sorry.
Um, do not drive. So you must be wary of your things. Do not drive with the radio on. Do not use your phone during the drive. It won't work anyway. There's no reception. Do not open any windows. During the drive, you must make sure they are closed. You don't want any visitors during your stay. Do not leave your car at any time. You must never exceed over 30 miles per hour unless if you're desperate to make it through a section of the road. And most importantly, with any drive, you must buckle your seatbelt. Once you're ready, you don't need to worry about time, because time has no meaning, although you probably won't notice it. You're not actually in your road anymore. Take one last moment to realize that. Once the first mile is over, there's no turning back. If you plan to turn back, you shouldn't be on the road to begin with. If you turn back, you'll be met with an endless road in which you'll most likely freeze to death, even if it was hot outside when you entered. So that's the setup to the story. Any thoughts before I go through the 11 miles?
So, so you're in a car, you're on a road, you don't know how long the road is.
It's 11 miles. That's how long the road is.
Oh, okay. So the road's 11 miles. And you can't listen to music, you can't make a phone call,
There's no reception.
no reception at all. And you're just driving.
Yes.
Windows up, seatbelt on.
Yep.
Is it foggy?
Um,
or
probably,
is it like clear night sky?
probably a little bit of both, depending on the section of the road.
Okay.
So, mile one, you won't notice much change to the road. You will most likely be in the woods for a few miles. Um, the air will turn a bit colder, and you should turn on the heating system if you haven't. You don't want to take your eyes off the road, but you can take some time to admire the night sky. You'll see it lined up with stars more than you would ever believe was possible. If the weather was cloudy or rainy when you entered, it will be clear skies now.
Okay.
So Mile 2 is, or Mile 1's very basic
Okay.
in this story. Mile 2, the air will become colder, and with each mile, the air will drop in temperature. If it becomes unbearable, your only choice is to speed up. But with each mile, the road becomes more complex, taking turns and showing increased amount of road hazards. Hitting potholes or rocks won't hamper your progress, but you'll want to make sure your car stays in good shape for as long as possible. If it takes too much damage, there's nothing you do but wait out there in this cold all night.
Okay.
So, mile 3, you may see some silhouettes of human figures.
And then this is where I'm wondering when that was gonna happen.
And
I
actually,
figured
like,
this would be like further down the miles, not like right off of three.
well, let me keep reading. Pay no attention to them. Even if they seem to be getting closer, it'll be hard to resist a peak, but know that they will reveal themselves soon enough. The road will turn to dirt. Keep to the center of the road as it gets more narrow. There will be some side roads if you want to turn around despite the previous warnings.
Okay, so you're going down the road, you see silhouettes. Are they in front of you or are they beside you?
Just on the side right now.
So they're on the side of the road.
Yes,
Are they in the trees and the bushes?
basically, yeah.
Okay.
For right now. On so mile 4, on this mile you'll see more figures, but you'll also begin to hear them whisper in the back of your mind. A very faint whisper will echo those will a very faint whistle will echo. Those will come and go, but you can't stop them if they become bothersome. Try to tune them out by thinking of your reward. Listening to the whispers will only attract them to you, and you want them far away from you in your car. They will get closer later on, so there's no use in bringing them to you this early in your journey.
Interesting.
So, mile 5, you will come to a clearing of trees to your left. There is a lake with no wind. There is a beaming great moon over the water. Your headlights are no longer required. Restrain yourself from gazing at. If you look at gazing at the moon,
I was gonna
sorry,
say, are you we getting at the moon like
the moon. Sorry, I didn't put that down. If you look at even more than a second, you'll be thrown into the water, in which you'll freeze in mere minutes.
huh.
The voices will be gone for the smile, but don't rejoice yet. So mile 6. So now we're halfway.
Is
So
this like a wait, is this just a story or is this a game?
people say it's a game on like YouTube, but it's all fake. So
It would be interesting if this was a game.
it would be. But don't worry, we're not done yet. It gets
Or if
smooth.
this was a movie.
I would love to see this as a or like a
It
mini TV series.
maybe like the first month. Well, then they would have to stop every.
Well, not, it would be like one episode or something. It
Yeah,
wouldn't be
like
like
one
a
episode.
yeah.
A very short episode. Jesus.
Mile 6.
Someone said it
Taken
should be a movie.
yeah, basically something like that probably like a TV movie, I guess.
Yeah.
So mile 6, take in count that you are more than halfway done, but do not but despite that progress you may lose hope. Here the stars have disappeared, leaving the sky an empty black abyss.
Hold on. Let me do some math real quick.
What?
I I just give me one sec.
Okay. I have no clue what he's doing. He confuses me. I was trying to see if you're halfway done.
No.
Trying to see how long it takes to drive 11 miles.
Shush.
I'm just trying to guess.
No. Dang it. Okay, now I'm trying.
What are you trying to figure out?
So if you're going 30 miles per hour, okay, And how long would driving 30 miles per hour get you in 1 mile? That's what I'm trying to get at. You're going 30 miles per hour,
I would say probably about maybe 2, 3 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes. So if there was a miniseries, you could just do like each mile like that long.
Yeah.
It was going on in the back of my head.
Okay. So I need to find out.
Sorry, that was gonna bug the hell out of me if I didn't do it in my head.
The clearing has ended, leading you back into the trees. The only light you'll have is once more your headlights, but they will flicker from time to time, even if they were working perfectly before. If you have a radio in your car, it will turn on automatically. It will produce an overwhelming screech that will send you off path. A calm voice will then begin to speak of your greatest fears. It will speak in a way that will visualize the words in your mind.
Yeah,
So this is not one of the silhouettes.
okay. Looks like you have somebody in the back seat staring at you from the mirror. I'm right. I'm right, aren't I?
No, you're not, but you're close. You're close.
Well, come on, that would be fantastic to start seeing that.
If you begin to comprehend what the voice is saying, the horse will prove too much for you. Turning off the radio will have no effect on the voice. Speed up if you want to keep your mind off of it. As you approach the miles end, the voice will fade away. Mile 7. Now, this is my least favorite one.
Okay.
The voices from the figure will. The whispers from the figures will return, but they won't sound like a whisper this time, but they will become a distant scream growing closer with each second. At some point on the smile, you'll hear one of them in your ear as it feels right behind you.
Okay,
That
so
is
it was very close.
that is because it is right behind you.
Now, if you
One
turn,
of
what, you
them
turn the mirror and it's like you see the face.
one of them has made its way into your car despite the windows and doors being closed. Don't turn around. Their faces will shock you, leading you off the road. If you don't draw attention to it, it will become uninterested and it will go away. If you truly want to know what these things are, okay, so do you have any idea what these things are before I read?
Okay, so there's silhouettes. What the fuck? Oh, sorry.
Those
Um,
silhouettes on
there's
the road, one of them's in your car.
you can't
Any guesses
and
on
if
what
you look at them,
their faces will shock you?
weeping angels.
No. Weeping Angels, you have to look at them.
You have to look at them,
Yes.
so you can't look at them. Um, what is it that you can't look at?
You're on the wrong, your mind's going to the wrong direction.
Is it not a creature?
It's not a creature, no.
Is it a spirit?
Kind of.
Kind of. It's not a banshee.
I wouldn't say that type of spirit. It's they can't harm you. As you I'm gonna read on a little bit
Okay,
more of this line.
continue then.
If you truly want to know what these beings are, keep listening. What I'm about to tell you isn't for the faint of heart. These beings are those who failed to drive. They didn't make it. They live as a reminder of their existence, suffering in the darkness. Their only goal is to bring other travelers down with them. These beings can't physically harm you, as long as they don't as long as they don't cause you to wreck. You should be fine.
Sirens?
Well, the other people who took the drive but failed.
Oh, so there are other victims of the
Yeah,
road? Oh.
yeah. So Mile 8.
Hmm.
Slow down if you're going too fast. Oh yeah, so the reason why Mile 7 is like one of my least favorites is just the thought of one of them being inside your car. And just if you ever play Penumbra, if you ever play Penumbra, um hold on, let me explain this. But if you ever play Penumbra, there's whispering that happens
Yeah,
throughout the game. Have you ever played it?
I've seen videos.
That's what it reminds me of.
Okay.
I don't know, but whenever I think of that, I always think of that.
There is okay, I'm pause real quick. I
Okay.
so you remember how I told you I have a VR set, right?
Yeah.
And how they had like the phobia setting, the phobia game that you can play, like different phobia setting.
Yeah.
I mean, different phobia. Okay, so basically, in this VR headset that I had this phobia test thing, where they put you in different situations. Like you could be.
I'm surprised you haven't made me don't do this yet.
I know I need. Well, here's the thing. It's not on Kaylee's PS4. It's on mine. My
Gotcha.
brother has it,
Okay.
so I
Okay.
have to re-download on hers. But They have one where you're in the ocean. There's a shark under, like swimming around you, but you never see it like up close until you look straight down and it comes up. There's one of being in a bed and you can't move. You just lay there and like all these things are happening around you.
Gotcha.
There's one of you being on top of a tower and you're just staring down and then all of a sudden you fall. That one gets me because I can't stand falling from certain heights.
You don't even know do skydiving then.
Well, here's the thing. I can tolerate six stories and a little bit up, but like Sears Tower, Eiffel Tower, can't do it.
Gotcha.
I can't do that much.
Gotcha.
But there is one of drive. There's a driving phobia at night, and you hear voices. I do know this because I remember, like when I told you about the mirror thing. But here's the thing:
That's what
you
happened.
can't look. You don't get to grab the mirror. You hear a voice, and you turn around.
Gotcha.
There's like nobody there until you turn forward, and like there's somebody in the middle of the road, and you're about to hit them.
Gotcha.
But you would have hated the ocean one, and Kaylee would have hated the spider one because there was a spider one
Of course, it's a spider one. All right.
because it like crawls up on like you're laying down, it crawls up on you, and it comes at your face.
Nope. 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 All right. So mile eight. Slow down if you're going too fast. The road hill has some sharp turns, which, if you overshoot, will throw you into the woods. The cold air is near Fatal Hill. If you have any liquid in your car, it will become sour in mere seconds. Your heating system will become obsolete. Your head, your headlights will start to flicker, sometimes shutting off, leaving you in the dark. You should brake if this happens, but do not completely stop. The vehicles are still following you. They will surround your car and trap you. More of those screams can be heard outside your doors. Sometimes you can hear them laughing. Their hands will claw at your windows, despite to reach, desperate to reach in and feel something living. Do not look at them. They won't. They won't block your windshield, and the last thing you want to happen is to crash and be trapped with them. Mile nine. So what is the last 3 miles now?
Okay. Does it get progressive or does it go down?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So mile nine, your car will stall and your headlights will be shut off. There's nothing you can do to prevent this. What you need to do is close your eyes and immediately attempt to restart your car. Keep your eyes closed as the vehicles will surely surround you at this point. Starting the car will frighten them away and they will back away. This will give you the only chance to move forward. Again, if you hear the windows crack, do not lose focus. The beams can alter the car, but remember they cannot physically affect you. You will hear nothing but the voices rampage in your mind, as they could be anywhere from a dozen or of them or 100 of them. After you start your car forward as long as you can. Stay on the path when the miles is done, it will retreat. They will retreat. Alright, so mile 10. Now mile 10 is like the calmest of them. You're gonna find out why.
Yeah.
The voices of the beings have stopped. If you were to look out your rearview mirror, please don't do this. But if you were to see them following you, but you but you will see them following you, but not as if they are chasing you. They are watching you, as if they were seeing you go down the 10th mile. The road becomes smoother, as if you were at the beginning. The figures will be on the side of the path ahead of you, but they are not after you. They will watch you. They will watch as if they are impressed that you made this fall. This is false, however. They are not impressed with you. They are happy. Happy that you are approaching the next and final mile. They are happy because you are most likely going to your death. So, any guesses what mile 11 contains?
The edge of the world. You just.
Close, actually.
Oh wow! I took a guess on that one.
Like, you'll see. You'll see.
My guess
Everything.
was gonna go like into a cave and like it's pitch dark, and that's how it ends.
No, no. Everything in your car will lose power as it did in mile 9. The car will The car will normally be immobile, but an unknown force will be pulling you forward. In the darkness, you'll see a glowing red light ahead, as if it were the light at the end of the tunnel. Close your eyes, cover them if you must. Do whatever it takes to make sure you do not see what you are about to go through. Covering your eyes would also be helpful, but keeping your eyes covered is your top priority. The red light is another clearing, but there was no moon or lake this time. Once it's entered, unrelenting and inconceivable noises will sound in all directions. No amount of bravery will spare you from these sounds. The cold air will turn into a merciless heat burning. All parts of your car will feel the illusion of flesh burning off your bones. That every part of you is destroyed as you travel through the screams and audible suffering. As long as you keep your eyes closed and resist the urge to see where you are, you will survive this suffering, and it will last 31 seconds, but many fail to keep their eyes closed during this time. They are left to the worst kind of fate. Any idea what this place is?
Limbo, hell.
Second one. They're
Oh,
all. That's why when you did this, I was like, yeah, you're kind of right. They kind of go down.
okay.
Some believe that this place is the underworld, but is a part of it. After the final mile, your power will return to your car. Take a moment to regain.
Okay, hold on. Before you continue, we need to explain what just happened here. Because all I saw on the screen, was just both of us looking up that direction.
So my dad just started screaming, "Go go go go!"
They're watching, I think, what, football?
Yeah, yeah. So take a moment to regain some of your sanity. Let the screaming you heard begin to fade. Know that you have nearly completed your journey, with the hardest task overcome. Breathe and begin to drive forward. After a while, you will arrive at a dead end stop. Don't attempt to move forward and don't be disappointed. Relax and close your eyes. Imagine in your mind what you desired this entire time. It will most likely be the same thing you wanted at the beginning, but some but with some the desire actually may change through your journey. Think about what you went through, such a terrifying, difficult journey. Imagine it in your head. Once it's done, you can slowly open your eyes and you'll find yourself at the beginning of the unnamed road. You may be confused, but know that you have finished your task. Your mind will turn to your reward. If your desire was material, check the back seat or trunk. If it was non-material, do not be disappointed. Turn back where you came from, and you'll find in your life what you want is there. Your task is done. There is no catch. Although the sounds you heard in the 11th mile may stay with you for the rest of your life. So, before I read this last paragraph, I want to ask you this. If you were to do this, what would you want?
Would be my, like, one desire.
Why would you go through the 11-mile ritual or drive?
So, if you survive this, you get one desire.
Yes. Anything you want. Money, love, family.
That's a good question because everybody would go for like either money or family or something like that.
But what would you want?
I feel like it's gonna be like a genie situation that you're gonna read off. Is it like a genie situation?
Oh no.
Oh, so like this stuff would come like happen.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
so
no
it's not gonna be
catch.
like the reverse.
There's no
Like
catch.
I'm gonna ask for a loved one to come back to life and it's just a zombie.
There's no catch.
No catch. Okay. I have to go. I have to go money
Okay. I mean that's fair.
because to be honest, personally, I feel like I already have everything besides money,
Yeah.
and
I mean
like
that's fair.
every other everybody else in this world feels the same way.
I mean either me, I would do either money or family.
Yeah,
But here's the catch.
I knew that. You said there was no catch.
No. Listen. The true test is there something else you want? Are you satisfied with what you get? After all, you are at the beginning. Are you up for another drive? If so, buckle up and just keep moving forward.
So if you stop, you can get one desire, but if you continue, you probably get another one.
Yeah.
If I were to survive the first one and still able to tolerate it, I would ask for money. But if I were to do it again and still be able to tolerate it, I'd ask for my grandparents to be back to life.
Fail. Oh, I saw this in the comments on the video that I was watching. This person said immune to all feel, and that way you can just keep doing it over and over again.
Ooh, that's a good one. I
Yeah,
didn't think of that.
yeah. I was like, that's actually pretty
That's
genius.
actually pretty. The numbing feeling to fear. Yeah, that would actually. I mean,
It would work.
it would work, yes, but wouldn't you get tired of it?
I mean, after a while, you don't need anything else,
No, you exactly. You won't
but
need
you
anything
go
else.
through it once, you get money,
But yes,
go through it again, get something else you want.
but wouldn't you think like you're stuck in like a limbo effect? Like you're just getting tired of the same situation over and over? That's basically hell, actually. No, that's basically hell because you relive shit.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it once, get that no feel pull, do another 3 times, and go away.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
I mean, no one's keeping you though.
No.
But yeah, that's the 11-mile drive. So, which mile do you find is not necessarily scariest? I guess.
Less scary?
No, which one do you find the
The
scariest?
scariest. Okay.
Are they on the way back?
No, those are my parents texting. Um, it wouldn't be the one the voices in my ear. It would not be that.
I mean, to me, that's just I don't know something creepy about something
Well,
whispering to me, and not being able to turn around. Just
the remember how I told you about the VR phobia?
yeah,
As long as you ignore it, it's not going to really affect
yeah,
you.
yeah, and that's what you're supposed to do
Yeah.
according to the rules.
The one, and now this is not, I'm not afraid of this, but I'd have concerns. The
Okay.
one part where you said you have to close your eyes or cover up your eyes while driving confuses me because like
Well,
how the,
restarting the call.
okay, so you don't drive
Yeah,
while closing your eyes.
because your call and headlights have completely died.
I thought you meant like you're driving blind and you can't see. It's like, well, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to do that shit.
Or do you mean when the headlights go out and you have to brake and
I
keep
think
going?
it's where you have to cover up your eyes, that part.
Okay, so yeah, the call has stalled and you have to restart it to make the videos get scaled and go away.
Yeah, that part is like, well, no, it's the driving part where you have to cover up your eyes. That part. There was a part I because when you said that you drive and cover up your eyes.
That's when you're being pulled by an unknown force.
Yeah, that one.
Gotcha. So mile 11,
Yeah,
which is fail. Mile 11 is part
because it's like, how the hell are you gonna be able to pull that off?
because you're being pulled by something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But no, seeing the figures on the side of the road, it would get my attention.
but you're not supposed to look at them.
Yes, I won't. It would still get my attention, but it won't like, oh, what was that?
See, this would be
Yes, I have ADD, and yes, I'd be like, ooh, squirrel. But
yeah.
seeing like multiple coming up ahead, it's like, okay, there's just be a repeating thing.
See, this would be good indie type game.
This would be a nice indie game. If this was like a VR game, this would be interesting
Yeah,
because I would like to see people's reaction to this.
yeah. And there may be something out there. I don't know. I haven't done all that much research, but
I'm not that.
it's just it just is one of those stories that always stick with me because it gives you this temptation, like,
If there's anybody that's a game creator, please make this a VR game because I would actually want to play this on my channel.
and you and I both will play it.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I'll force him to play it.
but yeah, so I don't know. It's just one of those stories that's always sticked with me, and I have another one. I'm not going to read it off because I don't have it written down yet. But there's another one that I'm going to share at some point on this podcast when we do like these mini episodes.
Okay,
But yeah, so that is the 11-mile drive.
that was what I expected, but that would definitely make a great either movie or
I think a VR game.
a short VR game.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I would because you could easily like enter in what you get at the
yeah,
very end,
yeah.
or just like repeat the process.
All right. So remember, this is Graveyard Shift, where two idiots talk all. Good night, everyone.